themselves. Now, men know that if you're gonna be married to any woman, you gotta provide for that woman. You gotta make that woman feel secure. You gotta make that woman feel protected. And you gotta have that woman feeling all these things, loved. But the main things is protection, providing, and security. You as a man have to do these things if you want to be a husband and a father and lead a family, or else a woman's not going to respect you if you can't do these things. This is a lot of pressure, ladies, because as a woman, you don't necessarily have to work in a marriage. I mean, nowadays we do, but in theory and in our actuality, if you don't work, it's not your job to work as a wife. I mean, you working helps tremendously. And together y'all income can be astronomical. But when you break it down to it, it's not your job to provide for the household. It's not your job to pay the bills. It's the man's job to pay the bills. It's the man's job to make sure that his kids got food on the table. It's the man's job to make sure that his family has a place to stay, clothes on their back. That's a lot of pressure for men. But we accept that. We like, okay, I gotta do this. So let me do this. But if I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna fight the world to get this money, I want a wife who's worthy of my efforts. So are you worthy of his efforts? Men have to go out. It's your boy, the minister, the Reverend Jay Whitfield Inspires, coming back at you once again with another video. Yes, I'm back. I'm getting it in. Let's make it happen. So if you're new to the channel, I am Jay Whitfield Inspires. I am a minister. I am an ordained reverend. I'm a Virgo, and this is my channel, right? So on this channel, we talk about Virgo men as business relationship and all things Virgo men: astrology, relationships, self-help, and spirituality. All right. So if you need to talk to me personally, please hit the link in the description box below, and schedule a time to talk to me. So today's video we're gonna be talking about, do women really understand what men really want? Do women understand what men really want as it pertains to relationships and being married, things like that? So this video is inspired because I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet lately as it pertains to men and women. Gender wars, men don't understand, women don't understand, have a men, have a women. I've been seeing a lot of stuff, a lot of viral videos. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And I think things are very interesting. But what I gathered from that, from the private session I do when I talk to women, my own experiences and things that I've seen, a lot of women don't understand what men really want. And I'm not speaking in absolutes. I don't speak in absolutes because nothing is absolute. But this is a general thing for what I've been seeing. So a lot of women tend to talk to other women about what men want. And then they go to men demanding these things and thinking this is what a man wants, and he don't want that, or he don't value that. And it ends up, kind of fussing at each other and things like that. So we're just gonna kind of lay out a few things about what's important to men as it pertains to relationship, a woman, being married, things like that. Some of the things you've heard over and over: men don't really value your education like that, or how much money you have. And I'm just talking about like men of substance, men of substance. Of course, you got some bums out there will try to take one for everything she has. Now, if a woman has these things, it's great, but it doesn't make you more appealing to men, because most men of substance, they are wired to build, protect, and provide for their family. So a woman having those things is not, it's a plus, don't get me wrong, it's beautiful, but it's just not important to them, It's not important, it's just not. Like a person, I never cared how much a woman had. It never made me want her more. I liked it. She had, whatever accomplishments were, I definitely applaud her and hold her up. And I see your intelligence, but I'm more interested in her mindset. So men are more interested in your mindset, who you are as a woman, who you will be as a wife, who you will be as a mother. These things are what's important, because men also value, and what's important to them is your fitness, your fertility, children, things like that, because men looking to build a tribe. Men of substance, most men, they look to build a tribe, have a family, be married and stuff like that. And so they want to do that. these things are important. Um, a lot of women tend to um, they tend to demand a lot of things of men, right? And they tend to have their own standards, which having standards is fine. But when men also have standards, women don't like them, and they say, oh, this is unfair, it's not right. And personally, I don't think they're right. I think everybody should be able to have their own standards, right? Everybody should be able to have their own standards. A lot of time women, they put sex out in front as a bargaining chip to men. And that's not important to men either. Not as it pertains to marriage and things like that. Now, do not confuse sex with me wanting to marry you. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it because men are men. Men will have sex all day because men just primal. That's what men would do. Because men, we see beauty like, oh, she beautiful, boom. That's what it is. But it's a completely different thing when you say, okay, I see a woman, I see beauty, I want to have sex, versus I see a woman, I see beauty, and I want to be married. So ladies, a lot of guys will want to have sex with you, but it doesn't mean they want to marry you. So you have to, my advice to women in that area, you have to be careful with your body, because you don't want to give, your body to every man thinking that's what he wants, when really he just wants sex. So don't use it as a value or what's important to men. Some of the stuff I said already. What kind of wife can you be? Can you be a wife? Are you fit to be a wife? Are you ready to be a wife? Because if you want men to be a man in all aspects of what a man is supposed to be as a husband, are you ready to be all aspects of a woman as a wife? I see a lot of women say things like, I mean, I do all this and that, and I ain't doing nothing. I don't care. But you're not offering him anything. You're not showing him that you can be a wife, that you can take care of the home, as in raising a kid, keeping the house together, feeding the family, make sure the family is healthy, nutritious, and stuff like that. Managing the food, cooking the meals. Men want this. Men want a woman who can really be a wife. And a lot of ladies, not all, are not willing to do that. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of ladies are willing to do that. I know a lot. But I'm talking about the ones who are not, but demanding a lot. And men, that's not attractive to men. Men don't want to marry a woman like that. Men can smell that from a woman. Men can smell the independent woman concept from a woman. We can smell it. Just like you could smell if a man is faking. Most women I know can smell if a man is really just trying to, you just have sex or something like that. They can smell if a guy's lying about this and lying about that. They may not be able to pinpoint, but they know. Because women have intuition. And just like men know. Men have instinct. And a lot of things you think important to men are not important. Can you, will you be a good mother? Men value you on these things. And it goes back to mindset. We look at how you behave in your daily outings, Facebook, interaction with your friends. Are you loud and belligerent all the time? Because if you are, you can be the finest thing in the world. But I'm like, I don't want to be the mother of my children. I can have fun with her because she's fine, but I don't want her to be the mother of my children. I don't want to deal with that every day. You know what I'm saying? No, let's just have fun together, and I can get my real wife, who's calm and reserved. This is how men think, And it's a lot of beautiful women out there. I know a lot of beautiful women who have bad mindsets, and they're not good women, and good is relative. But because they find they want men to do all this and that, and the men that they want not choosing them because like, yo, you're not right, love. You know what I'm saying? Your behavior is important to men, amongst other things. Like I said, how do you act? How do you behave out in public? What's your social media and stuff? All this stuff matters, because if you're going to be attached to a man who's looking for a wife, he wants the best possible wife he can possibly get on whatever level he's on. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that we've heard is fitness. This is very important. Ladies, it's very important. A man who looks for a wife, he wants you to be fit and in shape. Again, this is relative. Of course, we have all different body types, all different. You have bigger women, smaller women. You have thicker women, slimmer women. but you need to be the best version of you can possibly be. You know, being like out of shape, men don't like that. Being unhealthy, men don't like that. Now if you work on these things, that's important. But I'm letting you know what's important to men. Just like women have a lot of things that's important to them. They want men to be able to protect, provide, and build, which is perfectly fine and normal. But if I'm gonna do that, I want my woman to be in shape. I want my woman to be at a great physical fitness level. I know I said that wrong. I want my woman to be a good mother. I want my woman to be a woman of substance. If I'm gonna build and protect and provide for her, I want the best popular woman I can get. And the best popular woman you can get is relative to every individual man. I'm not gonna use any type of standards, but there are standards in life. But I really want the ladies to understand what's important to men and listen to men. Talk to men, but what they really, I'm talking men of substance, men who looking to get married and stuff like that. And even if they're not, but understand what's important to him and ask yourself, okay, men who want to be married, this is what's important to them. But this is what I say is important. Does it match up? Sometimes it doesn't match up, and attitude matters, and men are very, very, very simple. They're very simple, and a lot of women are not willing to compromise. They're not willing. Their standards are their standards, and that's it. And that's fine. That's fine. But a lot of time when their standards are here and the men that they desire don't desire them because those men have their own desires and standards as well, it becomes a problem. They start to talk about those men, and that I don't think that's right. Men should be able to have what they have, but you really do have to understand the heart of a man, the psyche of a man, and really listen to men. Not like dialogue in an argumentative way, but really sit and say, okay, brother, what do you value in a wife? What are you looking for in a wife? What do you want the mother of your children, your future wife, whatever the case may be? What do you see? What does that look like to you? What's really important to you? And just listen to him and take it in and like, wow. And talk to multiple men and really see, like, wow, these, I may have had it wrong. I may have had it wrong. And a lot of times they do. I'm telling you, I talk to a lot of ladies on the phone, through my sessions and stuff like that all the time. And I'm like, yo, you're approaching this brother wrong. You need to talk to him like this. You need to handle him like this. And your return will be even greater because when you start behaving with men in a certain way, or whether they feel it, because men want to feel loved too. You got another thing you got to understand about men. Women have pressures and men have pressures, but I'm giving y'all the man perspective. Men, we know our duty and what's called upon us, right? And we know our ceiling and things like that. We accept these things. A lot of times women don't accept those things about who they are, but men know their duty. What do I mean by duty? Men of substance now. Men know that if you're gonna be married to any woman, you gotta provide for that woman. You gotta make that woman feel secure. You gotta make that woman feel protected. And you gotta have that woman feeling all these things, loved. But the main things is protection, providing, security. You as a man have to do these things if you want to be a husband and a father and lead a family, or else a woman's not gonna respect you if you can't do these things. This is a lot of pressure, ladies, because as a woman, you don't necessarily have to work in a marriage. Nowadays we do, but in theory and in our actuality, if you don't work, it's not your job to work as a wife. You working helps tremendously. And together y'all income can be astronomical, but when you break it down to it, it's not your job to provide for the household. It's not your job to pay the bills. It's the man's job to pay the bills. It's the man's job to make sure that his kids got food on the table. It's the man's job to make sure that his family has a place to stay, clothes on their back. You know, that's a lot of pressure for men. But we accept that. We like, okay, I gotta do this. So let me do this. But if I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna fight the world to get this money, I want a wife who's worthy of my efforts. You know, so are you worthy of his efforts? Men have to go out. It's not a woman's job. You can go out. I just explained it, but men, you have no idea the type of daily battles men go through just to get money on whatever level he's on. Of course, if he has more money, he has more battles. You know what I'm saying? You already know. More money, more problems. You know? But you have to understand what that man going through just to make sure you happy. And most men want to do that. We want to make sure our woman taken care of. Every man I know love splurging on his lady. Love make sure his woman had the best of whatever he can get. Every man I know love doing that. Because, you know, that's what you work for. You want to make sure your woman happy. You want to make sure your family happy. You know? But if you're gonna do that, what woman is worthy of getting all my efforts? And why do I have to accept a woman we have all this extra stuff on her? You know, because ladies, a lot of men, you know, like a lot of natural look. But I don't want to get too far into that. But y'all feel what I'm saying. You know, again, look at it from a man's perspective. I'm doing all this and that. And again, remember, he doesn't care about your education. Well, I ain't said he doesn't care, but your education, your income is not important to him because he's not wired to let you take care of him in the family. Now, if you got this stuff, you got it. Ladies, I'm not hating. If you got it, you got it. Because most women do got it. But you got to understand, don't get mad at men because just because you work hard to achieve all this stuff doesn't mean it's going to be important to men because it's not important to men. Now, we salute you and applaud you, but it's not what we're looking for. We're looking for all these things I just explained. That's what we're looking for. I'm telling you, I've fallen for women. I mean, I personally I love accomplished women. I love women who got, you know, this and that. You know, I just like to see intelligence. But I've been in love with women who have it all. And I've been in love with women who basically had pretty much nothing, you know. But they both had great mindsets. The woman who had nothing, you know, she had a great mindset. I saw she could be a mother. She'd be a mother, a wife. All the things I mentioned, she was that. And the same thing with a woman who had it all. You know, it goes like that sometimes. You know, some things work, sometimes things don't. But I didn't value those things, or I didn't look at those things. Okay, she got to have this and that. But ladies, please understand what I'm saying, because if you listen, this will help you to really going about your interaction with men, you know, as it pertains to dating, relationships, and stuff like that. You'll start to see and listen to what's important to them, and he'll start to love you better, whatever man it is. He'll start to see that, okay, I can roll with her. Like our parents and grandparents, you can say, you know, they had a lot of loving relationships. They had a lot of understanding of what was important to men. A lot of women back then, they had understanding what was important to men. You know, and they did it through hell and high water. A lot of them did it, you know, and they were happy. You know, they had strong homes and families and stuff like that. So, ladies, please understand. Please understand. Please understand. Listen objectively to what I'm saying. I'm a male. I'm not the authority on this. I'm just giving you my perspective from a man's perspective, a counselor perspective, a minister perspective. You know, I have a lot of male friends, a lot of married male friends. You know, we talk about this stuff. These are the things men talk about. These are the things that men want and seek. I'm telling you, I had one of my closest friends. You know, he got married years ago. I asked him, like, yo, what made you marry her versus all the other? Because, you know, he was the latest man. You know, he had, you know, women come at him. You know, but I said, what made you marry this particular woman? Because I really wanted to know. He was like, yo, you know what? I chose to marry her because in my darkest moments, she was there for me. She showed me that she could be a wife. She showed me that she could be a mother. You know, she showed me that she'd be all these things. I'm telling you, all these things I mentioned, she was that. These other women, they were not that. They had an independent woman attitude. They weren't trying. They was loud. And they were gorgeous. And some of those women were more beautiful than his wife, in my opinion. You know, it's subjective, but it was about who she was. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? That really taught me something. You know, so but I'm saying that to say these are the things that are important to men. And later, if you want whatever man you want or whatever kind of relationship you're trying to have as a husband, man to lead you, you got to make sure that you are everything to him that you want him to be to you. And this is very important because men can feel that and men will walk away because he don't want all his hard work to be wasted on a woman who don't appreciate it. You know, and just don't do that. You know, last thing also, what I've been seeing too, the beauty thing, that is a very important thing too. Beauty. Men do want a woman that's beautiful. Now, again, it is subjective, but I think I said it. I might be saying it completely wrong. Forgive me, y'all. If I am saying it wrong, I'm embarrassed. You know, but if not, hey. But yeah, beauty is important. You want every man wants a beautiful wife. You know, whatever beautiful to him. You know, it's important. Why do I bring that up? Because a lot of time we all been seeing this on the internet lately, and it's a good point that women do say they want a man to have a certain amount of money, which is fine. You know, but men also be like, I want women to be beautiful and look good. You know, and all this have its levels of what can you do, what can you get, but it's all important to the conversation. It's all important to the conversation. Mindset, intelligence. Can you be a wife? Can you be a great mother? Can you be a great cook? That's all part of being a wife. I'm telling you, a man who ready to get married, a man of substance, want his woman to be able to cook. I'm telling you. And I feel like society today is pushing women, especially in the black community, away from that. Because, I ain't got to cook this, I ain't got to do that. You're not going to have a husband because these things are important to men. And it doesn't mean that men don't cook, but y'all get what I'm saying. I'll just let you know what's important to men. And if you start to incorporate these things in your life about what's really important to me, I'm telling you, you'll do better with men. Stop listening at women that's upset about this or they don't believe that or who've been scorned and things like that, because it's hurting you, and you gotta build yourself to be a better wife. Like I'm building myself to be a husband one day, what I'm saying? Be everything I know a woman needs, because I know my job. I know what I got to do. I know in order for the woman to allow me to lead her and the family, I know I have to be a certain, I got to come with it. It's what it is. Men, we accept this challenge. We accept the challenge, but a lot of women don't accept their challenge as what they gotta be. They want to be a wife and what men require. It is what it is, baby. So hopefully that can help some of y'all. It definitely helped me, and I'm talking. But anyway, subscribe because we on the road to 10,000 subscribers. You need a private session. You want to talk to me? Hit the link in the description, and we're gonna make it happen. Booyah.